Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the weekly podcast, episode 58. This time around, I know I kind of messed it up last time. I said 57 or something. No, I said 56. It was 57. Something along those lines. But yeah, sure, we're back. We're back with another episode. Hello, hello. How you doing? Man, I kind of feel sorry that I had to close the window actually because it is a really beautiful summer day right now outside. An early morning summer day, and man, I don't know, the birds are chirping and the beautiful songs of the birds. Why do I like that? Like, I don't know why, but uh, like how can I explain this? I guess wild birds. I kind of like hearing wild birds, make their weird different noises that we people interpret as as, as music, I guess, as a song or whatever. But man, we my dad at home has uh has like these two parrots. They're not wild birds, they're like parrots, and if you release them to the wild, just because they've lived out their life in captivity, apparently if I right now release them to the wild, they're gonna die. So it's actually making we're making them, um I don't know what to call it. I mean, a favor. It's not really a favor, is it? We're we've captured them for our entertainment or whatever. But anyway, I don't know. They don't have like vocal cords or whatever. So when they start screaming, it's just like imagine you've been at a concert or at a party or whatever, and you've been screaming your lungs off, and your voice goes a little bit hoarse. It's essentially that, but they're still trying to scream their lungs off, and it's every as long as there's like sun, the sun starts rising and they see it, it's like they're on mode. They start going at it, especially like summertime when the sun comes up like 5 in the morning or whatever. Imagine 5 in the morning, they just start screaming at you, and it's so loud. It is super super loud, man. um I mean, people that have had parrots, like the small ones, the ones that you can't teach them to talk, the ones that don't have vocal cords. I guess. I mean, I think this is why they make such disgusting noise. It's like, it's essentially like that, but really fucking loud. It's either that or they do the, and that's kind of okay. That's kind of not as annoying, but they usually just start just screaming, man. It's not even a song or anything. It's so weird. And to be honest, like birds outside do the same thing, but at least I guess they have like something more melodical in them, something that doesn't fucking make you wanna crow your eyes out. So yeah, I'm not a fan of birds that are pets, but I am kind of. I don't know. I wouldn't really call myself a fan of wild birds because they shit on your car and you're like, oh, fuck off. I just washed that thing, man. Just paid to wash it, parked in front of my like my place, and a fucking bird just took a shit in it. And you know what's the worst? Because every time you clean your car and you park it, it's not like a bird just has like one of those one time poops. It's like a fucking diarrhea all over your fucking car from just one bird, man. It even amazes you how much shit a bird can actually shit out. Anyway, I'm no zoologist or whatever kind of person that take cares of birds is. So I don't know really what I'm talking about. Okay. Um, Man, I'm watching something really weird that distracts me right now. That is anyway. Anyway, what can we talk about today? We do have, I don't know, the UFC. There's some stuff on the UFC like UFC 250, Sean O'Malley, great knockout. Um, and then the whole Nunes and Spencer thing. I don't know. I don't know what I can say about it, man. Like nobody can beat Nunes. Um, Although Nunes stopped putting away people, stopped knocking them out, it's like more of a points game for her right now. I don't know. I mean, she throw a good haymakers, man. She just couldn't put her away, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. It was like a weird one. I think if someone is to dethrone Nunes in at least one of the categories, is gonna be some grappler. Like really, really like some grappler needs to step up to the plate. Because right now it's like, why should anyone fight Nunes? I don't see anyone beating her, and the only way I see someone beating her is to outgrapple her, because her previous match, not the one this Sunday slash Saturday, I guess, whatever, not that one, but the other one before that, like she was losing it on the ground. If the whole fight was on the ground, she would have lost it. And I don't. Was it Jermaine? Was it her who was like the previous match? Like she's not a grappler. That's what I'm trying to say. Like she wasn't like a. Who did who did she fought? Oh, give me a second. Which fought? Man, like I'm blacking out so much. Is there like a record of last fights? To. Yeah, yeah, it was Jermaine. Oh man, like I don't know why I doubted myself. I was like pretty sure it's her, but it was like, is she? Is she? But yeah, man. Um, Jermaine, yeah, look, she early career, like she was a kickboxer. Like she's not really a ground game, a ground person, attacker. Okay, she's not really attacker. She does. I mean, she's not like the worst on the ground. Like she proved to be a bit better than Nunez, but still, it's like, if a good grappler comes steps up to the plate and fights Nunez, I feel like she's gonna have pretty good chance of beating her. So that's the thing. But yeah, then I don't know. I don't know, man. This week around the UFC, the only thing that actually kind of made news or whatever, I guess it's like the Masvidal and Dana White thing, that they are like, oh, I want to do the, oh, I want more money. Oh, well, you're not getting more money. You don't need to fight if you don't want to, that kind of a thing. And look, I know I've kind of been defending Dana White last podcast, and now I might sound like I'm gonna be defending him again. But listen, man, it's just how capitalism works. Okay, it's just how our fucking world works. Okay, so Masvidal came up, and I think Brendan Schwab as well, in one of his podcasts, come up and say, oh, well, look at all those people uh, in other sports, and I think boxing is the only other sport you can really compare MMA to, and because it's kind of like a different situation when you look at football, when you look at NFL, and all of like the other like big like baseball, basketball, all those sports. It's like, yeah, the people that are the best over there make shit ton of money, but you gotta understand that it's like a different thing. They have a league with teams. They have a lot of like stuff that they have a lot of revenues from all of that. I mean, even they have merch of players, for fuck's sake. Whilst the UFC don't have that. They don't fucking sell you old T-shirt that says Anderson Silva, or T-shirt that says this and that. It's like I'm not just saying that, oh, it's like the merch store that tips it up that they make the big money or whatever. Like, no, fuck that. Of course, I'm not saying that, but it's just the other mainstream sports are different. And when you look at boxing, for example, it's like every big boxer actually has his own promotion. It's not They're not signed with the UFC, which the UFC is the promotion, or any other organization. Like, no, they don't have that. Like, they have their own promotion. Like, Mayweather has Mayweather Productions. Joshua has people working for him. Our guy over here, the Bulgarian dude, Kubrat Pulev, he has like his own promotion. Like, he makes his own events. Essentially, he brings people here to fight. He's the main event, so it's like he gets the most money because, oh, he's the main event sort of a thing. But then again, the whole promotion is working for him, so he pays out the salaries to everyone that made it possible. And and at the end of the day, it's like all of the money go to him. He pays like the undercard people that are gonna fight before him. They're still like UFC fighters. Like, they get money to show up, and I think they get money to win, and that is it. I don't even think that they have like performance of the night, or performance of the night, or like bonuses. I mean, I guess it depends on like what they negotiate when they were like, oh, you wanna come fight in my event, and yeah, these are my terms, sort of a thing, I guess. So it's like, it's still, but they're still getting paid as underdog, like, not as underdog, but like as fighters. The other boxers that are not main event people, and they're not, you know, I mean, I guess some like co-main event people, fighters are gonna get paid more because, hey, they're bigger profile, and they say, oh, I'm gonna come only if you satisfy what I want from you, or else I'm not gonna fight. And, hey, I want this fight, so I want you to come fight in the co-main event before me. So, you know what, I'm gonna give you those money. That's it. That's it. And then all of the other fighters are just like, normal UFC salaries. It's like, it's not really there. It's not every boxer that makes like bajillion million. It's like, that's not what it is. And what I'm trying to say is that, like, all of the money usually go to the promotion. Even in boxing, it's the same way. And Dana White is the promotion here. Like, the UFC is the promotion. None of the fighters have any affiliation. They're just, I don't want to say contractors, but at the end of the day, they are. They have a contract with the UFC to fight for that amount of money. That is it. You know. Now, the thing that Masvidal said is like, if he loses a fight, he can stop his UFC contract immediately. But if they can release him. But if he actually hasn't lost a fight in a little bit, he can't breach the contract. Which, I mean, I do understand, and I do understand it's like kind of shitty, and it's kind of like, but then again, man, if you look at it from how our society works, how capitalism and all of that crap works, like, those are normal things. Those are not. Those aren't just like, oh, it's the UFC. Like, no, it's how our world works. And I mean, I get it. If we were actually looking at it from like a social standpoint, from like fairness standpoint, like, of course you would want the fighters to make all of the money. Like, Dana White should get a salary, all of the staff should get a salary. Everyone should have like a set salary, and then all of the revenue should be split amongst the fighters. Like, the main event guys, sure, they're the main event guys, so they should get some more money. Then the co-main event guys should get some other money, and then the other guys should get like whatever the contract is, or whatever, like normal pay or whatnot. But yeah, I mean, in like the fair world, this is how stuff should work. But we're not in a fair world. Like, I don't know. Look at, for example, like big chain grocery stores. like the cashiers, the people that work behind like the counters and whatever, the staff there. If they weren't there, there wouldn't be a show. Just like in the UFC, there weren't any fighters, there wouldn't be a show. But then again, those cashiers and all the employees in that convenience store, they're getting paid salaries. They're not getting paid a percentage of what they're selling or whatever. Like, yeah, sure, they're bonuses, but just like fighters get also bonuses for like, performance of the night, or something of the sort. Um, but they don't really get a lot of money. If you're like the best cashier, whatever the fuck, however you pronounce it. If you're the best employee over there, you're not gonna go to your boss and say, "Oh, I want 50% of the revenue of the store." No, it's not gonna happen. Even if you do that, he's gonna say like, "Oh, well, go fuck yourself. You're fired." No, he can do that. So you see this simple analogy that just doesn't work like that. Again, if we were living in like a simple world where everything should be fair, I mean, of course, those people that work there, that work like 12 hours a day or whatever, dude, they should make, they should get the money. Sure, like I can see that, like they're there because if it wasn't for there, the shop wouldn't be working anyway. So hey, they should be making the money, but it's not how it works, man. It's just how we've evolved to like not how it works. And look, to people that do have businesses, that do have semi-successful businesses, like that is fine. That is actually perfect because hey, I can pay people to work for me, but then I get the bigger chunk of the money. And it's like, and for us, the people that don't really own a business or anything, it's like, oh, well, that's life's not fair, man. Life's not fair. I mean, this is how UFC players right now just just feel to me. It's like, well, we don't know how life works because it's not just the UFC. It's every business out there that does this shit. It's not like it's not like it's just like the UFC that's fucking them over or something. And look, again, it sounds like I'm defending Dana, but I'm really not. I'm gonna open the window a little bit. Hopefully, there isn't too much noise because it's super hot when the window is not open. So give me a second. Yeah, it's pretty quiet outside right now, so there are no birds. I mean, to be honest, I was kind of glad that I closed the window because as soon as I started recording the podcast, some guy with an electric chainsaw was here and started cutting some branches off the trees. So I'm kind of glad I had the window closed back then. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think this is sort of the situation. I know that fighters have been bitching about their salaries for like a long time, and look, maybe they're not as good as they think they are. But who was it, man? They're like lower tier fighters that have never really made it to like the big time. They've been fighting for a while, and they come up and say, "Well, yeah, UFC fighters are actually being taken care of pretty well. Like they get good salaries. It's like they can live a good life with those salaries." And it's like, well, yeah, I guess should make sense. I mean, to be honest, like you're in the UFC, right? You should. This is when it comes to MMA. This is like the toppest tier. You should be making the most amount of money. Because Bellator is still rising, but it's not the popularity of the UFC, is it? I'm sorry. I know there are like Bellator hardcore fans who are saying, "Yeah, well, Bellator is a lot better than the UFC," sort of thing. But it really isn't because it hasn't sold over. It hasn't tipped over the UFC just yet. So it's not as good. It's like it just isn't, man. People would prefer if people had to choose if they should fight for Bellator or UFC. Most of the times they would choose the UFC. Now I know there are like some UFC fighters that actually went from from the UFC to Bellator, and they're saying they're a lot more happier over there. But I don't know. The thing is, I don't know. I couldn't really put myself in their mindset, but there's other reason besides money. They don't like working with Dana White. They've had other reasons. It wasn't like the money, the reason that actually tipped them over to leave the UFC for Bellator. But look, I digress, man. Anyway, Connor has retired. Maybe this time it's official because he posted a lot of shit. He posted some shit about the UFC, how he wanted fights. He told the UFC his plans to for 2020, and it was apparently 3 fights. He talked about how if Khabib didn't want to fight him, they were supposed to make Gaethje and him fight for the interim title. That apparently fell through. Then then he was supposed to fight Anderson Silva, but that fell through. And also he said that he didn't want it to have the whole drama of people telling him that he's fighting people that are old and they're about to retire. It's like, so he gave up on that. And yeah, and apparently now he's just out of out. He's not doing fights, you know. And he posted that cake, happy retirement, daddy, or whatever the fuck. He's actually, if he is not really retiring, he's pushing that shit really hard, man. Which I don't know, might be like, look, the guy has money. Everyone's saying, oh, he fights because he fights for money, and that's all he cares about. Well, he has a few successful businesses right now that make him a revenue. Plus, he has money. That fucking Mayweather fight made him so much fucking money, man. It's like, why should you go and get punched for money? If you're not actually chasing, like, I don't know, gold status or whatever, like legend status in the UFC. If you're not chasing that, then it's like, why? You have money. You don't need to fight for more money. I clearly fully understand him on that one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he really has retired. It's a shame. I saw that Mayweather was like, "Oh, get out of retirement, let me kick your ass again." It's like, maybe, like maybe if it's for that amount of money, then maybe yes. If someone offers him the amount of money that a Mayweather fight would be for him, he's probably gonna return, and he's probably gonna be coming back for like show matches, right? It's not for serious. So I want to be a champion. I want to be this and that. Like, no, he would probably be coming back for like show matches, and the matches that are gonna be up there for the show. They're gonna sell a lot. That he's gonna make a lot of money from. It's like that's essentially it. Like, he's not gonna be coming back for any serious fights. I don't see him fighting Gaethje. I don't see him fighting Ferguson. I don't even see him fighting Khabib. Now, the Khabib fight might happen. It still might be on the table because a fight between Conor and Khabib is gonna be great, but that's only if Khabib beats Gaethje, which everyone's starting to think that Gaethje is a little bit more of a favorite right now after we saw what he did to Tony. Although, I don't know, man. Khabib is not gonna come like that. Khabib is not gonna come and let you just punch him in the face for like a few rounds. It's not how it works with Khabib. And look, I know we all thought that the Tony thing is the same. Like, oh well, we're not gonna. Tony's not gonna let you just punch him in the face. Like, we've seen him do some crazy front flips, and not front flip, but barrel rolls and whatever. It's um I don't know, man. I don't know. I was certainly surprised when I saw Tony just sit there, be a punching bag. But anyway, man. I digress. Yeah, I don't know if McGregor has really retired. Then man, it is gonna be a sad one because the sport is losing a big showman. A guy that actually put on a show, and he's I don't know, man. Like Claudio Moherium, he is fun to watch when he's in the octagon. Even the Khabib fight, like that was a fun fight. Come on, tell me that that was not a fun fucking fight to watch. You know, no matter whose fan you were, it was entertaining to watch, and I had a great time watching it. Even though, I am a Conor fan. I'm not saying, oh, I'm not a Conor fan anymore or whatever. No, I am a Conor fan, and I still love that fight. Like it was intense. It was, it had its moments. It was a good fight overall. When you look at it, it was plenty of fucking action in there. But yeah, man. I don't know. When is the next UFC? I guess let's check that out. UFC 251. Oh my god! I almost fucking spilled my coffee. So it's. Oh man! Don't tell me that this is the main event. No, we don't really have. It's 11th of July, sort of. Can I have the fucking UFC? Where is it? Like, why do I have Wikipedia and then MMA and then I have Tapology.com? Where is the fucking UFC? Oh, they're official state. Are they canceling it or something? I mean, good. The official statement is not loading. Okay, due to the current state of the nation, restriction on public yada 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 yada. Scheduled for Perth, Western Australia on 7th of June. It has been postponed. Okay, it's in 11th of July. I saw that. I got it. Do we not have a card file? Man, fuck it. I'm not gonna. It's like over a month away anyway, so it's like doesn't matter. Look, we're gonna talk about it when it comes. But yeah, man. Look, this weekend is my birthday. On Friday, so I am fucking off with my girlfriend to a spa place. We're gonna have some relaxation. They're open. They're open. Hotels and spa things are open. I mean, to be honest, over here, life is kind of back to normal. I think even after like 15th, after this Sunday, is it like a Sunday or I mean, I'm guessing it's 15 must be a Monday, right? Yeah, 15th is Monday. Yeah, so next week, absolutely everything opens, and it's like life back to normal over here. I know that most places aren't like that, um, but our places like the UK and stuff are kind of getting out of quarantine. Um, so man, that's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, life's back to normal. That's a good thing. That is actually a good thing. But the thing is, over here we still have a lot of people every day being, um, getting sick from the coronavirus, being infected with it. But people just don't care. I guess at least over here, just people don't really care anymore. I guess businesses have lost so much money that it's like, yeah, we gotta open, man. It's not funny anymore to just sit at home. And a lot of people, was their job, I guess. This is like the thing. I don't know. I'm laughing. I'm one of those people, man. But man. I don't know. I don't know. Look, it's just I'm guessing like my plans for this week are just go to the spa, reset, have a good break, have a good relaxation moment with my girlfriend, reset, and then come back here and start looking for a job. So this probably means next podcast is still gonna be on time. But then I don't know if I find something. I don't know how I'm gonna record them again, but I'll give it a shot. I'll try it. But yeah, man, look, that is it is what it is. In all honesty, um, life goes on. Hope you're doing great, guys. Hope you like aren't sick and are doing fine with work, with studying, with whatever you do, man. Because to be honest, that is I don't know if that's what matters, man. I don't really know what fucking matters anymore. It's just like do what you want, okay? It's do what you want. Stop fucking thinking that oh I need to get my diploma or my whatever the fuck else, you know. Just see what you want because this can be super fucking hard to do as well because a lot of the times, especially when you're younger, you know, your parents are trying to nudge you in the direction that they think is right, and you're like, I'm not interested in that at all, you know. And a lot of people are like, I wish I could just say no to my parents and I could go my own way, you know, figure out what I wanna do and do that. But the thing is, figuring out what you really wanna do, something that you're gonna be passionate about and you're gonna be really doing it is not as easy as you might think. That is something I kinda learned this past few years of my life that it's like, do I really wanna do that or just the idea in my mind of doing that is something I would like but maybe I wouldn't really enjoy doing that. You know, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of doubt. But at the end of the day, if you don't really go and try that thing and see if you actually really do enjoy it or not, you can't know for sure. That's the thing. So yeah, man. Look, just go and try everything. Um, as bad of a advice you think that is, I'd say just go and fucking try everything. Okay, try everything at least once. That's the thing. But yeah, man. Other than that, I don't really have uh a lot of stuff to talk about. Other than that, you know, the gym is going good, man. The gyms are going good. I am starting to get put on the pounds again, not just on my body, but on the bar. The bars are getting filled up with weights once more. So no, that makes me happy seeing it. I am right now gonna go do not now, but in a few hours I'm gonna go and do back. I'm gonna go do some deadlifts, then some pull-ups, you know, all that good stuff. Today is a back day. Um, and yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for it. To be honest, that is as sad as that may sound right now. Like this past few weeks, like going to the gym has probably been, if not the best, top two moments of my day. You know, it's if not best, it's in the top two moments of my day right now. Going to the gym and just I don't know, just fucking exercising, man. Because the thing is, when you at least don't have a job and you're like free, you know, like oh, well, I have nothing better to do, so I'm just gonna go work out and I actually work out for a lot longer than if I was to when I had a job and I was like oh well, I'm gonna go after work to work out and then I'm tired. I just wanna go home and have some food and go to bed because I gotta wake up tomorrow, you know. So it was like I need to do my workout in about an hour, you know, an hour tops. But right now it's like I mean I've already been working out for an hour, but I have nothing better to do when I go back home. So might as well just fucking continue. And I think that's a good thing. You know, a lot of people are scared of oh if you work out over an hour and a half or over an hour, whatever, it's like different for every person. But yeah, if you do that, then you're you're overworking and whatever the fuck. Like no, you're not. No, not like overtraining for the normal average person. Normal training is something that they should not even consider, man. Look, if you're in your like 20s to 30s, I guess early to mid 30s, if you're waking up with a fucking hammer in your pants, then it's like it's fine. Like you're not overtraining. You know, maybe if you having like a limp dick when you wake up, you don't have that morning wood, then maybe think about your overtraining. But the thing is, it can be so many other stuff that are even more likely than if actually overtrained. That is like, it's no point in looking into it too much. But yeah, look, that's my 2 cents on this whole matter. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it over here, guys. Thank you so much for coming and listening to the podcast. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and dislike, all of that stuff. Other than that, go follow me on Twitter. I am over there just, I don't know, posting random stuff. It's mostly about UFC things that I comment on. So if you want to see something like that in your feed, also, I tweet out the podcast just in case notifications or sub box or whatever are broken. So yeah, to be honest, if you just want updates for the podcast, best way is to go and follow me over here on Twitter. And I am gonna see you guys next week. Hopefully refreshed and hopefully having a little bit more of a oomph to me, because I know I've been kind of talking and I've been like, I'm falling asleep, sort of a thing. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's just what it is. I'm into my lazy feeling mode for like this past in this week, I guess. But yeah, thank you again so much for listening to the podcast. I'll see you all next week.